And can I listen to you read wherever you left off?
Yes. I blinked. Wait. Okay. Must have been a funny daydream. Dad said it was. I answered. It was a very funny daydream, but too bad, only a daydream.
Can you tell me what's going on so far?
That he wants to. That he blew up their house with his chemicals, so they had to move to a new neighborhood, and they got stuck in a sand pit and sinking sand, and they almost died.
Wow.
And then his sister said, "You need to do something responsible. Walk the dog," and then he got a concussion.
Wow. Do you know what I can tell about you with this book?
What?
That you are checking for comprehension, like we talked about, because you were able to retell like almost everything that happened, which is awesome. Nice. And can I tell you what I thought you were doing really well? I thought you were really fluent, so I thought you were reading words really quickly and you knew most of them, so it sounds like it's a good book for you. And you were using expression in your voice when you were reading certain things, which makes it interesting, right, when you were reading it. So, let's see, let's look at the strategies we've talked about, and I want you to tell me which one you think you want to try and use when you're reading either this book or any book that we're doing. We've talked about check for understanding, back up and reread, and then today we talked about finding interesting or new words. So which one would you think you'd like to use for our strategy for next time? Or which one do you think you might need to work on?
Check for understanding.
Check for understanding? Good. And can you tell me how we're going to do that?
You have to check and see if you understand the book and the words.
Yeah. And you can decide if you want to stop at every chapter and ask yourself that, or every page, every 2 pages. It's up to you, okay? And so when I meet with you next time, I want you to tell me how it's going for you. Sound good? Ready? Thanks. Can I tell you the strategy I saw you using? You did our strategy, you backed up and reread. When you said that it was Brother Bear's, you went back and you fixed it. You went back and reread it. That's awesome. So I can see you're already using one of our strategies. Can you go to the next page and read a little bit more for me?
My mother walking over a lot.
Good. You just used the strategy again. So can you tell me what's going on in the story? Okay, good. So can you help me figure out like whoever's making that high-pitched noise, please stop. I really don't want that in my video. Sorry about that. So, anyway, let's choose one of the strategies that we've been talking about, and you can help me figure out which one you'd like to do. So we've talked about check for understanding, and we've talked about back up and reread, and today we talked about tuning into interesting and new words. So, is there one that you think you still need to work on, and one that you'd like to make a goal for yourself? Good. And you can stick with back up and reread if you think that's one that you need to still work on, or we can try a different one.
I think checking for understanding is the most.
The one you want to work on? Okay, how are you going to do that?
Every time I read, maybe at least 4 sentences and back up and read.
Okay, and check to see if you understand it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm going to meet with you again next week and see how it's going. Sound good?